What are you good at, but hate doing? Graphic design. Every bloody person comes out of the woodwork for invitation design. Weddings, engagement parties, baby showers, birthdays. Ugh. The worst part is, friends make the worst clients, apostrophes, because I would never charge them. I love it. But can you make it a bit more peppy? What do you mean by peppy, Susan? Font? Color? I don't know what you don't like if you can't tell me. Taping and mudding drywall. Nice. It takes practice. Less is more is the best advice. Use the green first, and less is more. The heavy has more moisture and shrinks down, but it is strong. Keep it smooth as possible. The second and third coats are lightweight. Again, less is more. Also, run the knife over the first coat before the next 2 to 3 coats to knock down any boogers. Don't worry about inconsistencies with the lightweight because it sands down easily, if you suck at it. If you can work the knives in order to feather the outer edges, you should be good. It's possible to finish with very minimal sanding. Sometimes a wet sponge is good enough to eliminate dust. Practice makes perfect. I still hate it. Working as a programmer. I'm good at it, it's lucrative, but after 15 years I'm so tired of it. I just want to make enough money so I can do something else. Sales. I've been in retail for the better part of my adult life. I'm pretty decent, can get customers to where they need to be, and just overall make sure someone is happy with their purchases. I just wish I was doing anything else. I just don't know what else I can go and do. I don't have any degrees, and need money to live, so I just keep plodding along at the safe, comfortable job. Public speaking. I always get told how calm and collected I am, that I am clear and good at making it interesting, easygoing and interactive. Inside I am screaming, feel like I am going to puke, panicked, absolutely sure I have a giant stain on my shirt or booger hanging out. Adrenaline rushing that makes me feel like I am going to collapse the second I am off stage. I hate it. So I get selected almost every time because, you're so good at it, I would be a total mess up there. I don't know you do it. Me either, Janet, me either. Mediating between people who can't get along. It is so fucking annoying and I hate it. Turns I get stuck doing it all the time at work. Ugh, just thinking about it is stressing me out. Firing people. I've had to terminate people in multiple jobs, usually when I'm the new person brought in to turn things around. The last time I had to tell someone, the HR VP who was in the room as well told me, "Wow, you are really good at this. We should have you do a video training on how to let people go." BTW, if you have to fire someone, aside from a really bad reason like theft etc., get them a severance, don't fight their unemployment claim, and cover their healthcare for a few months. Not every person works out for a job and these things make landing in their feet much easier. Customer service. I'm a great listener, really good with empathy versus sympathy and all that, but I hate people. Not all people, you get the good ones sometimes. But I generally hate dealing with customers. My resume is full of it though, and it becomes hard to ever get out of it. I'd rather work alone. Fixing computers. Sad part is I do this for a living. I love everything about computers, networking, etc., but when I get a phone call from an inept user who makes triple my salary, or an older relative calls for computer help, the eye rolls ensue and the thoughts of hanging up kick in. Writing. I was told by a fairly strict English professor that I should become an English professor because of my essays, and I didn't have the heart to tell him that I just sincerely despise writing. Public speaking. When I was younger I used to do stuff nobody else wanted to do just for it to be over with. Started with school presentations. Same thing happened in college with group projects. Then, in a company I work for, I still am the dedicated speaker most of the time. Because, it's easy for you, you speak loudly and clearly, you do it well. Or so it seems. I hate it. It's goddamn exhausting. I usually need days of mental preparation. I'm an introvert, so it literally drains life out of me every single time. But nobody ever believes me, because I'm pretty outgoing and loud sometimes, so there's no way you're introverted. Stupid public speaking. Socializing. Everyone thinks I'm so outgoing and friendly, but in reality, it wears me down mentally and physically to the point I start drinking alcohol just to be able to keep up the charade. It's exhausting and I hate it, but I have to fake it to make a living. Cake decorating. I really do enjoy it for the most part, but people just expect me to make them, for nothing. Few people are like, oh, we'll pay for ingredients. Cheers, but what you've asked for will take me at least 2 days and I've barely met you. Random friend of family member. Actually, I think I just hate people. Video editing. I like everything about it, but man, does it take a lot of time and concentration. It can get pretty tedious sometimes. Usually if I have to do tedious stuff, music helps a lot, but you can't listen to music while editing. Unless you have music in video, in which case you listen to the same song for hours, most of the time listening to the same 1.7 seconds loops of it. I love results of editing, love finding ways to get my message across, but goddammit, it takes a lot of time to make something good. I'm good at music, people like my songs and I love coming up with melodies, but I hate recording them. I'm crap at performing, playing guitar, singing, whatever I'm doing, so I have to do hundreds of takes just to do the simplest thing properly, and then after finally getting it all together and trying to mix it all myself, I think, sounds okay. I go away and when I come back the next day I realize that, actually, it does indeed sound shit. It never sounds how I thought it did when I last heard it. So yeah, it's an arduous, thankless task for something I'm apparently doing for fun.